New camera.
New Fred.
Hey, it's me.
Fred's making fun of me already. Alright, I just put new bushings in here and they're already fitted.
What? They're fitted or not fitted?
The second set.
They're not really fitted. They're just sort of...
I baked as much grease would come off. I got up to 450 degrees. So then I went and sanded the surface here where the bearing goes. I took out the stuff where the seal goes. I took the new seal spacer, made sure it fit. Took the nut, made sure it fit. Then I polished a new race in here with some 3000 or 2000 grit sandpaper. So the bearing surface is good. So that's all fitted. So there you go.
All right. I'm in.
So here's our new kicker shaft bushings, which were kind of loose, and the new ones aren't much better.
It's new ones and they are kind of loose.
That's
right?
fitted, so
A little sloppy.
not too bad. You can hear clearance, but these ones over here, it was going like this, so like that.
Okay.
So this is good. So that was a high performance job there. Not typical unheat treated parts fail quickly.
That sounds like a junk one right there.
So we put brand new ones in there that are the same thing that will wear out in about 5 minutes. Nobody makes a hardened plate yet.
Don't you harden it yourself?
I don't know if you can harden that piece of crap metal. Okay, so Fred thought this was too loose.
Really? Yeah, that is pretty damn loose.
It's a brand new shaft.
Well, what about the bushing?
I didn't say this is new, I said this is new. Alright, so I got this. Big dollar gems, so.
Well, let's put it on the shaft before you go through punching it out, putting it in, and then finding out it's the same damn problem.
Oh, this is gems.
No. Take it and put it on that damn... Put it on that damn shaft. Ooh, it's a snuggie.
They make these in different sizes. So.
Oh, you picked the wrong size?
You got 2 challenges of being correct. Either or.
Okay. Telephone. We take a break for
Hello.
a telephone.
Yeah, we are good? I'm not sure. We'll call back tomorrow. Find out. Yeah. Alright. Bye.
How close are they? What is it?
What?
Well, how close is the one to the other?
I don't know. I was talking on the phone. I can't do 2, 3, 3.
Yeah, you
4
can.
things at
You
once.
already know the numbers. Don't lie.
I didn't pay attention though.
You're freaking lying.
It was 84,
And that's...
96,
Oh, shit. That's big.
84,
Hmm?
84,
Why isn't it fit on there, then?
84. Because these are my junk calipers that are worn about 3 thou.
Well,
It's like about 3 thou to home. That's why I bought that new set with the carbide ones that broke last time, so now I got no good ones. That's why.
sounds like a personal problem to me.
So I bought those 12-inch ones so I would have ones that are nice, that are real big, that I rarely use. So I still don't have a good small set, but that's another $400 or $500.
So, knock out the old one, put in the new one.
Is this how you do this, Red?
We're going to go knock out the new one. We're going to pick the right... How do you know that's the one?
Lucky?
Here we go.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
I think we're going to go down.
Well, that's pretty good. We're going to push one out and the other one in simultaneously. We don't do that very often, do we? Oh, man.
I'm in a hurry.
Ooh. 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 That didn't look like it was a good fit.
It was a tight fit.
What?
It's in there. I'm thinking it's in there pretty snug. What do you think?
I'm going to have to say I agree with that.
Well, they make those in a couple different sizes. So obviously it's in there tight, so we got the right one. It might be over tight. There might be a little extra horny now.
Because you just squished it down.
I squeezed it extra snug.
You gonna hone it now or later?
I am getting all my honing in one spot.
The honing is honing in one
So I
spot.
was going to hone that, but now we're not.
We're not gonna hone that because that needs no honing.
We're going to hone this. Going to hone this.
Right?
Going to hone this. What else do you want to hone?
Oh, any of this stuff and this junk.
What about this? We're going to hone this?
No, it's.
We're not going to hone that.
What about? We get some other bearings.
Where?
Where's all your bearings? Well, that's don't need to hone that.
Don't need to hone that? Okay.
All right, let's roll.
Roll? Roll where? Where are we rolling?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Is that it?
I was going to do some measuring.
All right, we're measuring. We'll see you later.
Why?
I don't know.
You going home?
No, not yet.
We are 4 oversized. 624.
Got to go home and mark my territory.
624. This here was out of round by 3/4 of a tile. What size are standard bearings? Don't know either.
We don't know that.
We don't know either. So we'll just go hone it and then we'll come back and measure it then. How's that?
There you go.
It's not that accurate. It's only Harley.
It's a Harley. Harley accurate.
Harley accurate. Yes,
Harley accurate. That's pretty good. Harley accurate.
What am I working on?
Going
Which side? Small one or big one? Medium?
Small one.
Small one.
Get it done.
This one?
Get it out of the way.
Not that
big.
small?
Uh-oh.
Not that big? Back down to this one?
Yeah, you go. Yeah. Got my safety shoes on.
Want the final and the coarse one?
Wow. How much we got to take out?
I don't know.
You do know. You just measured it.
My calipers are bad. I told you that.
That's true. You did measure it. I didn't say the calipers are bad.
Not worn out. Damn, it's way up there.
Wow. When was the last time what they used?
Knocks out. Not holding very much.
Something doesn't seem to be working right there.
Stone's worn out
Stone is worn out.
for that size. I could put a shim into the hone under the stone.
Or you could just put a different.
I think I was done roughing anyways, trying to do the final.
There you go.
Hopefully this doesn't have the same problem. This one's a little bit better.
Some Earl on it. Gotta have that Earl.
Oh yeah, this is rough.
Oh, spinning that shaft. So the I don't think you'd qualify for the.
Doesn't fit right.
So the boss this today during the staff meeting, he goes, you know, there's qualified motorcycle riders, and then there's the rest of the people. I'm like, oh shit.
Are you the rest?
No, I'm actually the qualified because I took the safety course. I wear my PPE, my personal protective gear, all that stuff. And he goes, if you haven't done the training, you're not wearing your gear, and you're not wearing your helmet, you're not a motorcycle rider. You're the other guy.
What if I race?
You have your own qualifications. Now, if you go to Julian and try and get on a bike that
I got a license to go 199 miles an hour. Does that make me no good?
no, then you're a motorcycle rider.
I'm a motorcycle racer.
Speed racer.
See, I so happens you skip the process of honing the course. It takes longer.
How is it you haven't made that damn thing big enough yet?
Because I'm on a micro smooth layer. Look how smooth that is.
It'll be very smooth.
It takes a while to be smooth.
Getting close.
Not that close. Might be quicker if I use that one.
Let's switch it back.
Getting closer now. This is about where I'd switch over to this one.
Okay. We'll have to have patience. Another long day.
Right, it won't go in. Don't forget to press out.
Better pressed than depressed, right?
Trying.
Is it just all of a sudden going to work then, or what?
Yep.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me.
Then it'll get it loose.
I think you're lying to me. That ain't even close.
Not even close yet. I just turn it some more.
Just hold the mode.
Still not there yet.
It seems to be a deja vu. We're doing the same damn thing. Numerous times, like, oh, been here, done that. Been here, done that. One more time, been here, done that. Man, he's putting that nasty old oil on there.
Yep.
So I put your new fancy oil in my differential and transfer case, and it actually feels like it's working a hell of a lot better. I can actually pass vehicles in my Jeep now.
Why would you want to make a difference on that?
Well, it just seems to be moving, running smoother and stuff. I think I'm going to do the engine soon. Just got a little more power. Everything I do is getting a little more power. Before it wasn't even getting any lubrication.
So the fiber down you have to lose so far?
Yeah.
There's enough pressure on it. I think we got the same problem we had before with maxed out.
Just maxed out, no pressure. Do you have one that's small enough to get it in but still have pressure?
Yeah, we're done with this one. Yeah, we got so now we have to modify it or put a different stone in it. Which one do you want to do?
Different stone, that's easier.
It's easier. There's a lot of material on that stone.
Pay attention, folks. He's disassembling this quicker than you can Blink an eye.
Yeah, so it's barely broken in, Fred.
Barely broken in.
This one's a lot
Better
coarser.
broken in than a broke dick.
This one's a lot coarser. It's for steel. See, I marked steel on it.
Yeah, steel.
How about this one?
What do you got? One for rubber? One for...
What number is this one, Fred?
I don't know. Tell me what number that one is.
I don't know.
Do we need a magnifying glass?
I figure where it's marked at. Marked right there. If you clean it, you can read it.
Oh, with this really nice greasy rag here, you're going to clean it and see what's going on?
Yeah. Still don't see the number though.
13?
There it is. It's coming in.
13.
Yep, 13.
Ah, see, I see now.
See, 13 is not as smooth as 17.
17 smoother.
Yeah, look at the difference.
Yep.
Big difference.
Yep.
You want to get that rough ass one in there, don't you?
Well, we need to get it done because I got to get home for 9.
You've got to get home.
I'm going to be...
You're the one that wanted to start with the small one.
So I had a place to sleep.
Well, there's the wedge,
We got a wedgie?
but not the...
Where's the wedgie?
Not the one I'm looking for, though. The wedge is the other piece that's inside of there. Should have a couple of things laying around here, Fred. What are these?
These are all the home setups. You got all kinds of variety here.
Yeah, it's a big shim, but that ain't the one I'm looking for.
Chim? You got a chim, man?
It's not quite what I'm looking for in a way to shim.
Is that your super secret shim stash?
Yeah, just where stuff winds up. Fred's tired, so we're going to dig up a shim later.
Okay. So,
I'm going to skip that.
on to one of the other ones.
We'll be back on that one in a few minutes. Does that fit in that one? Oh, look at that.
Well, I think you'll make that one.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah. Give it a shaft. She got the gold mine, I got the shaft.
It almost fit, look at that.
Guess I'll be singing that a little later, huh?
I don't know. What shim is that?
The chim?
Should be a
What's
couple of them floating around here someplace, but I just don't see any. They all must be in use. It's a good thing I got more of them. What size is this?
About that size. Spin them one more time.
Out there?
Yep. Put some juice on there. Some go juice.
Those dudes?
Go juice. Ooh. That didn't take much.
It's brand new gear, I've already fitted. Just had to get the grease and drop off. See, it's still got grease on there.
Yeah.
What's that tell you about the fitment size?
Not very good. Don't go crazy. Well, you got the big boogers off. Ooh. Oh yeah, what a spin. Spin that baby.
Now it's looser.
Well, not too loose though.
Yeah, a couple strokes. Right, that one done.
Now we
Is
got
that
the
fasten
case.
up for you, Fred?
Yep, we got the case now.
I gotta do the case now?
We got a case, man. We're a hard case.
Well, I gotta go back to the shim. I need a shim. Where's my shim at, Fred? I think there's a whole drawer full in someplace. My hands are dirty, Fred. It's a good thing I have this clean rag here to clean my hands on.
I'm not going to use my typical if it was up your, you know where it was statement, but
Why not?
I don't know. Oh, he's found the shims in there.
Yeah, I don't see them now.
Box of shims.
There's a whole box, probably over there.
Bunch of box of rocks. Box of shims is better than a box of rocks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're over there someplace. Probably buried back in that hole.
What, you mean back there where it's totally disorganized?
I don't know about disorganized, it's just full of crap. Yeah, who knows what's back here? Bunch of useless crap you never need, probably. Oh, there's some more homes. Oh, these are the other homes I had made up that I haven't finished yet. Yeah. More stuff I'm working on.
Probably too close there.
Long-term
If
projects.
I go back too far, I get your bald spot, which we don't want.
You got a bald spot? It's like Fred?
I probably didn't know that. Well, I got a big spot.
I don't care. Appears to be missing our shim. Fred, what are we gonna do? We got no shim.
I think we ought to move on to something else.
Move on to something else? What would you like to move on to?
I don't know.
That's not the right one.
What's not the right
It's a
one?
J83. Here's an SL17. How about one of those?
He's having fun digging through his drawers again.
I like digging through my drawers.
See what
Get
comes
excited.
out. He sees what comes out. Ooh, that's pretty fancy.
Brand new.
Oh my God, he's breaking something new out.
Brand spanking new.
Okay, everybody
That's
on the
15
internet.
bucks. That's
Everybody on
15
the internet's
bucks.
got to go, oh my God, he put something new on it.
That's 15 bucks sitting right there.
Holy crap, look at the difference.
The difference between new and used. It's like that much
He
life
actually
change.
broke out a new piece.
But I didn't break
I don't
out
think
of
I've been here for 2005,
22 and a
17.
half years. First time I ever put a new piece in here.
22 and a half years, the first time. Oh my God.
Some people want to actually believe that.
It's a historic event.
Yeah.
He's actually put something new in a piece of equipment he's had. Note this for future reference.
See if it lasts another 22 years.
Yeah.
But that was not worn out yet. It just doesn't work for this application.
Right.
We'll put it back in a rotation.
Now, we have to clarify. He's probably got 100 of these brand new parts sitting back down in that drawer there.
I know there's some shims about that big around when you wrap them all together around here someplace.
Yeah. He's got that kind of stuff laying around. Yet he'll use that piece of crap, then totally wore out.
Not worn out.
I mean, look at this thing. Totally wore out. There's no damn thing left on it.
Not worn out yet.
I mean, look at that.
Now that one's used. See, that's worn out. See, it's down to the green.
The green means there's nothing left.
That's the glue.
Yeah.
So you use that for a cleaning stick. See, go like over here now. See, if it glazes up on you,
Yeah.
take that part and go like that.
Oh, I see.
Glazing stick.
So even when it's wore out,
Instead of using the correct part, you use the old stone.
now you learn something new. Of course, nobody in
But I
the
think that one is just about done even for that purpose.
nobody in the entire world except for Tatro and probably a dozen other people have the Sunan toning machine.
What kind?
This thing. Sunan?
No, that's Sue. Sue is a different machine.
Sunan toning machine. And it's green flash.
That's a repaint. This would have been white.
Would have been what?
Actually, no, this would have been a gray one.
Why is it green now?
This is an industrial version, not an automotive one.
Why is it green now?
The automotive was red originally,
Yeah.
then they went to white. The industrial ones are gray. I think they've all gone to white now. This one was rebuilt.
Sorry, folks, I kind of zoomed in and forgot to zoom out.
This is what you call a high mileage machine.
Well, that would be me too. Somewhat high mileage. Close but no cigar. Tighten something up again. Kind of sneaks that in there. How is that not gone on there yet?
A lot of home. why you use the coarse one before you go to fine.
And how many coarse ones do you have sitting down in the drawer you decide not to put in so we can get this done?
There's boxes right there. I could have put that steel one in there. Trying to go.
Snug it up a little bit there.
I don't want to deform it by squeezing too hard.
Okay.
Only once.
Falling asleep watching this thing.
Look how I feel.
It's kind of a zombie thing, man. You're like, oh, freaking tired.
You could fast forward until it's done.
Let's well, can I fast forward? Let's get it done. Oh, wait a second, folks. We have to get there, then we back up, then you can fast forward.
Is that how it works?
Well, it ain't working now. You ain't fast forwarding worth of crap. Oh, hey! We have success.
It's a little tight.
Yeah, you gotta like that. You gotta like it tight, man. Oh, he's gonna.
Not when it sticks on you.
Sloppy second. Oh, there you go. Woohoo!
That falls off now.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight. Alright.
All right, you ready?
Go without for now.
All right. What's
Alright,
next?
what?
All right. What's next?
What's next?
The case.
I was going to do another bushing. Want to do another one? That went so quickly. I can do another one for you.
No,
No?
that's okay.
Skip that one. Go right to the tranny. Let's get some final size on there. It doesn't fit.
It doesn't have a good fit there.
Doesn't fit. Guess I have to make it smaller. There it goes. out around a little bit.
Slightly, that's all that wobbling, huh?
Yep. I was actually eyeballing this to make sure I was in the middle of that hole. So I knew I was line honing it,
Yeah.
because I haven't made my arbor for doing it yet. Okay, so we got our initial hone on that. That's a pretty fine hone, so you should be able to see where I honed it. See
Yep.
over there where I honed it?
Yep.
Now over here in the high spot, see how it's rougher? That's where they honed it. See, me, smooth, them rougher. Okay, so that's our initial hone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking it's out around still. Do that one more time. One more diamond to it. I haven't ripped out of my hand yet, so that's a plus. Trying to though. It gets tight on the end.
Yeah.
Alright. It's a little tight right here on this side of the stone.
Okay.
Alright, now we get to go clean all of this stuff off,
All right, I'm done.
and we can check it all.
Good.
Okay, I got everything all cleaned up. I'm measuring out my bearings, my sizes I come up with here. So the standard bearings are too small. So this is my 4/10 silver bearings, and if you can look over there, you can see how it's veneered. It's on the 2/10. That's where the two lines line up right there. You can see how it's just over the 0 point right there. So instead of being 4/10 silver, which is almost halfway, it's only a quarter of a thou, it's 2/10 silver. So with the standard bearings, I was coming up with I went a 1.879. This is my standard set at 880. So when you add your clearance in, which is 8/10 to 12/10, depending on what you're working at. So just round it to 1,000, and the gauge here should be 0 for a standard bearing. So right now, this is our loose spot right here. So you can see how we're over here around 12 to 13/10, depending where you're at. A little bit bigger right here. Drops down to about 12.5 in the low spot, depending on where you're at right here in this race. You turn it 90 degrees where I was doing a honing, and you can see how we're over here. You're about 4.5/10 right now, maybe 5. Comes up to about 6 there. It's got a little bit of taper to it. So if you take those numbers and add in your 4/10 that you're gaining here, that puts us at our low side of our 5, and then everything else is going to be clearance. So you have an extra 5 up to 13. You got an extra 7 thousandths or 7/10 of a thou in there. So that's the 4/10. Now if you try to hone this out to make it a bit rounder, you have to use 8/10 silver bearings, and I'm not sure if that would be all that good either. It's hard to get these things to square up at all when you hone them. They don't like to get very round. So with that stone I'm using, that's not real good at getting out of round out. It's good for honing the size, but it tends to follow the hole a little bit. So on this one here, that little honing I did, I gained a 1/10 or 2, and I took out about 4/10 out of round. So you gain about, whatever you make it bigger, you gain about half that out of round. And I don't have that much to afford to give away. So I'm going to go ahead and mock it up here with the 4/10 bearings and get an idea what it feels like. If it feels halfway decent, which I'm sure it will be, then I'll go ahead and run those. If not, then I'm going to have to go ahead and hone this out, probably another 3 or 4/10, and I can go up to the 8/10 silver bearings, and that'll probably be a better fit. But that's your last over bearing, so I didn't want to go right to the last one on the first size. The problem is when they give you these parts, they don't give you anything to work with, because they want you to push it in the part and run it the way it is. That's not fitting, that's just putting together. Fitting means you have to hone stuff, so they don't give you no material of honing. because nobody has any hone tools, I guess, these days. So either way, we have to figure that out. So this here goes on there. I don't know if you can see the little clearance rocking back and forth there. Kind of here a little bit. That's our clearance on the gear. Slightly looser than I like, but we had to get the goop out of there, so give an extra half a thou probably clearance. And then this one over here goes over here. I don't know if you can see the rocking back and forth, but that's all we have. It's pretty tight. Now if you get them much tighter than this, they'll stick on you. And they loosen up pretty quickly. You'll get about 2 times this clearance real quick. First few kicks, first 20 miles, it adds in quick. Alright, so that's where the hone is right now. I'm going to go ahead and fit up my bearings and we'll come back. Alright, here's the bearings mocked up in here. Right. I don't have them all in here, but there is enough to check what we're doing. It rotates freely, but it has a lot of clearance in it. So this is top to bottom. Not too far out. That's top to bottom. It's rocking quite a bit. And then front to back. See, it's a lot tighter front to back. See, top up and down a lot, front to back not much. So front to back is what the load is. Top to bottom is the unloaded direction. So it appears to have quite a bit of clearance in it. So it's usable, but there's a lot. With a bunch of new parts in this tranny, it'd be nice if we were tighter than this to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and hone it out a little bit extra and try to get the tight spot opened up a little bit so I can put bigger bearings in it and get rid of some of this up and down, because that's quite a bit of up and down. Like I said, you could run that, it'd work alright, but it also knocks out the seal, and that's why they leak a lot. So the tighter you can get this bearing to be with not being too tight, the longer your seals will last and not use a bunch of oil. For a 5-speed bike, you got a big ball bearing in here and it takes all the load up. So 4-speed, you don't have that. So the main shaft bushing here on the shaft is what takes most all this load, and it wears that out. And everything else goes to crap real quick. So. But I had to check that just to make sure. Kind of figured that's what it was going to be anyway, but until you check it, you don't really know. See how the bearing stayed in there? Put that grease on. And make sure you have that washer in there when you do that. So there's all the bearings falling out. Gravity is helping us. Push the rest of them out. Okay, bearings are out. Put them back in the package over there. Okay, so now we know where we're at here. Oop. Get that in the hole there. Damn it. Okay, so we're about 5 right there. So I'm going to go open that up to probably about 8/10 to 9/10 up on that gauge. And then I'll leave it at that, and it'll put the bigger bearings in it. See what they feel like. First thing I'm going to go measure my bigger bearings and make sure they are what I think they are for size. You never want to hone it then go look for bearings. Always get the bearings first. Because I can't make it any tighter. I got one chance of doing this, and then it gets looser because I can only go up one more size in bearings. Alright, so we'll be doing the same thing we just did with honing. So we'll come back after we get the other bearings in and see what it looks like. Okay, we just honed it out, put the bigger bearings in it. So it's pretty tight. It's staying up there by itself right now. So we have almost no clearances right now. So these bearings are actually quite a bit bigger than the these are actually full size 8, where the other ones are only 2. So we did a big jump up in size. So I honed out quite a bit, got it fairly round. We're half thou around now, maybe 4/10, and then we got a couple of plots where it bumps up this a little bit more than that, but close. So now we got to put some clearance into this. It's a little bit too tight to run. It'll burn up if I leave it at this tight. So I'm going to go ahead and point it some more and get these oversized bearings to work. Okay, we've got the bearings fitted up here again. So now the gear slides up and down like it's supposed to. So here's our up and down clearance, and here's the back and forth. It's not much back and forth, just a little bit, a little more up and down. I got about half of the outer roundness out of it, so I'm pretty good. Probably a little over half, probably about 2/3 of it. So anyway, now it's fitted up pretty good. We got the 8/10 over bearings in it, so now that all spins in there pretty good. So now I got to take the case, get it blasted here, and then we'll come back and we'll JB weld over all these stud holes right here to seal them up. So hopefully we get no tranny leaks through the studs. So that's the next thing to do. So we'll do that and move on. Then I'll go ahead and get the bearings fitted up in here, get them checked out, and then start putting this thing together. So that's it for tonight on this one.